Good morning, all of you. Let us start the class. Today I am going to take about the scope of managerial economics. Before explaining about what are the areas to be covered in managerial economics, first we should know what is the significance of managerial economics. There is a possibility of section B question, explain the significance of managerial economics. If you draw this particular table, you can secure full marks. Make one introductory sentence. Managerial economics is the integration of economic theory with business practices for the purpose of decision making and forward planning by the management. After writing the definition, and you say this particular subject is very useful for business practices and it has its own significance. Based on that, you just complete these things where it has been used. One side there is economic theories and methodology in one side, the other side is decision making and forward planning. How these tools and techniques are used in taking the business decisions. These are the areas. While doing the demand forecasting, we are using the economic tools and techniques. While estimating the cost for the production, we are using this particular manage economics tools. Likewise, under theory of firm, the firm can understand about how to maximize the profit, how to minimize the cost, and how to maximize the sales, like Baumol's model, profit maximization model. All these things are available in the managerial economics, which are very useful for taking a decision in the business activities. Apart from these, the future is unknown, so there is every possibility of taking a risk while you are taking a decision, because what will happen tomorrow nobody can predict. Out of your intelligence, out of past data available about the business, you are taking some decision. So you have to know what is the theory of risk and uncertainty, what type of risk, whether it is insurable, and what will be the level of risk, how we make that uncertain situation into certain situation. All these things we can study in the managerial economics, which are very useful in the business decision making and forward planning. Not only that, the business people can have the economic view about the business accounts, how to maintain the bookkeeping accounts. The managerial economics will give room for that. Not only that, once you understand what is a demand and what is a cost, then it is easy for us to construct the production function. It may be linear or it may be constant elasticity, whichever type of production function. Only the managerial economics tools, the knowledge about that particular techniques and tools will give you enough ability to take a decision in a business. The main purpose of any business firm is to maximize the profit. So the managerial economics always concentrate on the fourth factor of production called organization, the two, the remuneration, the profit. So here we are having the profit maximization model, which will be very helpful to construct a particular profit planning policy. So that is why the managerial economics is very significant. One of the important tool called break-even analysis. There we try to find the break-even point, no profit, no loss point. How we can make the revenue to equalize the cost, that particular point. This particular technique is available in the managerial economics. That is why the managerial economics is very significant for the business taking, decision making in the business practices. Apart from that, there are some other concepts like cost of capital and constructing the cost budget. Where the managerial economics will provide some knowledge about these costs. 1 minute. The cost of capital and the cost budget is one of the important topic in managerial economics, which provides the significance for managerial economics in the business practice. Why? Because based on that only we are estimating the cost. 1 minute. நன்றி. Put it. Let us continue. See, right from the demand analysis, cost analysis, theory of risk, and other maximization profit, there are many other concepts which are very useful. That is why the managed economic gains its importance and it is significant for taking a decision in a business. One of the important is price elasticity. This price elasticity not only express the relation between the price and demand, and it will give the range what type of price elasticity it has, and it is easy for the business firm to take a decision of whether to increase the price or not. We can able to understand what is the market price, what is the going rate price, what is the targeted price, what is the dual price, what is the shadow price. All these different type of pricing we can able to understand, and we can construct the price. We can implement certain pricing strategy. How it is possible? Because the managerial economics provide enough idea how to take a decision related with the pricing strategy. Not only that, the managerial economics is micro in nature, and it includes all the market structure, not only perfect but also the imperfect market like monopoly, duopoly, oligopolistic, monopolistic, and monopsony. All this market is available in the managerial economics content. Once the individual knows all these market structure, it is easy for him to take a effective decision in a business. That is why the managerial economics is significant. Then finally, based on the price elasticity, based on the market structure, based on the profit planning policy, it is easy to implement all the pricing methods and strategies. So that is why the managerial economics is significant for decision making and forward planning in the business. So how you have to write the answer? An introductory para, then define what is managerial economics, and then write this particular table which is displayed now, and make one conclusion. There are many tools and techniques available in the managerial economic. That is why it gains its significance while taking a decision in a business. You can conclude like that. Then you will secure all 8 marks in section B. Now let us move to next level, that is the scope of managerial economics. Actually, the scope of managerial economics is divided into 6 categories. What are the 6 categories? The first one is demand analysis. The second one is cost analysis. The third one is production analysis. The fourth one is investment analysis. And fifth one is profit analysis. And finally, the market. So these are all the area of study of managerial economics which can be expressed as the scope of managerial economics. So what are the topics will be included in the demand analysis? We will study law of demand, demand schedules, elasticity of demand, demand determinants, demand distinction, and of course demand forecasting for existing products as well as a new product. So these are all the areas which are applicable in demand analysis. This is the first subheading for your scope of managerial economics. Once you know what is the demand for your product and you analyze how it has been forecasted and you predict something about your product demand, then the next best task is to estimate the cost. So under cost analysis, there are variety of topics which has been included in your syllabus. It is coming under the purview of the scope of managerial economics. What are they? The cost concept, different cost concept, right from actual cost, opportunity cost, replacement cost, sunk cost, all these out of package. There are 27 types of costs is there. So we will study on that. Not only that, how it relates the output, the cost to output relationship, not only in short run, but also in the long run, we will study, which will give a better idea for the business firm to take an effective decision. Apart from this cost concept and cost output relationship, we can project what will be the cost in future. That is cost projection. Even cost of capital, cost budgeting, all these things are coming under the cost analysis. Finally, how to construct the cost function. After knowing the relationship between the cost and output, and the cost and the revenue, and cost and the profit, we can construct the cost function. So this is the second scope of managerial economics. Then not only completed with these two, once you know what is the demand and what is the cost that you are going to incur, then the next best task is to construct the production. So it is coming under production analysis. First of all, we should know what are the factors of production: land, labor, capital, and organization. These four factors of production. Based on these four factors of production, we have to construct the production function. What is production function? How the input and output are related. For that, we are giving some empirical relation. That is called production function. That production function will give room how to construct the production process, for whether it is labor intensive or capital intensive, whether we have to make the production layout, or for that layout, what are the techniques that we are using. So all these things will be included in the production analysis. After knowing all these things, we have to study two theories. One is called law of variable proportion and the law of return to scale. So these are all their topics available in managerial economics under the heading of production analysis. This is the third scope of managerial economics. Once you know what is demand and you have estimated the cost and you prepare for the demand schedule, that is production schedule, then our next task is to arrange for the finance. So the investment analysis will be the fourth scope of managerial economics. Under this heading, we used to study how to construct the investment function. Here only we construct the project appraisal for cost of capital, cost budgeting, all these things, payback period method, internal rate of return method, average rate of return method, net present value, all this appraisal thing we used to do in under this heading only. Then coming to the next level, any business firm, the major objective is to maximize the profit. For that only is doing the business. So the fifth scope of managerial economics is profit analysis. Under profit analysis, we used to study profit planning and one important tool called break-even analysis. In that break-even analysis, we used to study some basic concept about the profit, like what is break-even point, how to construct the break-even chart, what we mean by safety margin, and what is targeted profit, how to calculate the contribution of unit. All these things will be studied in the break-even analysis. After knowing profit planning and break-even analysis, then it is easy for us to construct the profit policy. What will be, how we can achieve the targeted profit, we can make the profit plan. Then finally, we have to understand the marginal pricing. Without knowing marginal pricing and marginal costing, it's very difficult for us to survive with the business. So all these topics are included in the profit analysis, which is coming under the scope of managerial economics. Finally, the market structure. Our syllabus include perfect competition, pure competition, monopoly competition, monopolistic competition, oligopoly. Duopoly, monopsony, and oligopoly is not there in our syllabus. So different market structure we used to study. So that is why the scope of managerial economics is very wide, which is coming under 6 categories: demand analysis, cost analysis, production analysis, investment analysis, profit analysis, and market structure. So these are all the scope of managerial economics. Once you understand that, there is one more possible question in section B is, what is the role of other discipline in managerial economics? Sometimes they may ask, what is the contribution of other subject in managerial economics? I already told that managerial economics not only includes economic concepts, but also the non-economic concepts like accounts, operation research, statistics, mathematics, marketing, material management, and production management. The following table will help you to write better answer, because in accounts, final accounts, management accounts, branch accounts, consignment, joint venture, all this concept of accounts is included in the managerial economics. Why? These are all helpful for taking a decision in a business. Not only from accounts, even from operation research, the managerial economics have included the linear programming, optimization techniques like maximization of profit, maximization of sales, minimization of cost, Baumol sales maximization theory, Queen theory, even some assignment problem and transportation problem also discussed under the purview of managerial economics. So not only accounts and operational research, but also some concept from statistics and mathematics. In statistics, the measure of center tendency, like a mean, median, mode, measure of the deviation, standard deviation, quarter deviation, mean deviation, then correlation, regression, test of hypothesis, sampling, all these things are included in the managerial economics in order to take an effective decision in a business practice. From the mathematics, even we have included the probability theory, how to calculate the simple interest or how to calculate the compound interest, and how to make a profit planning. We can able to calculate profit calculation, profit. Some software also we have included, because technology is the fifth factor of production. The manager economics always demands it. Then apart from that, it includes some concept from marketing, because as we study all market sector, perfect competition, monopoly, duopoly, monopolistic, all this market we are studying. Not only that, we are studying theory of firm, and we are having the pricing strategies and pricing methods. All these concepts are included in management economics. So these are the concepts received from the marketing management. Not only that, some management discipline also included in management economics, like materials management. When we are conducting a demand forecasting and we are preparing a report, means it's nothing but you are dealing with the material. It is coming under material management. This discipline is very much needed. We can able to distinguish different type of what is individual demand, what is industry demand, what is firm demand, what is that particular product demand, all these things. That too, we have to maintain the inventory. So for that, inventory control management is very much needed, which will give room for the special concept like supply chain management, or how to frame the logistics. So these concepts also included in the management economics, as it enhances the level of decision making in the business practices. Once we include the material management, we are bound to add the production management also, because we are constructing the production function. We are planning for the production. So production planning, production control, how to frame the production layout, input output analysis, game theory, design of experiments, all these things are coming under production management, which are important topics in the manager economics. That is why the contribution from the other subject to manager economics is so effective. You can expect a section B question. So with this, I want to complete, but one more topic is there. The scope of managed economics means a mere scope you should not say. You should know what is the significance of managed economics. You should know what are the role of other subject in the managed economics, and then you know the scope of managed economics. With this, I am completing the class. If you have any doubt, you can ask now.